All right, my friends, be honest. When was the last time you woke up feeling actually rested? Boy, I don't remember. If your answer is somewhere between I forget and maybe, I don't know, not since the dial-up internet, it might be time for a brain reboot. What do you think? Because burnout isn't just being tired, my friends. It really is your brain running like what's the Windows 95? Remember that? And you got too many tabs going. Hey guys, sort of a silly analogy, but hey, I'm Mark. Welcome to hit the mark today. You know, the channel that just helps you try to clear the clutter, maybe try to find your focus, and build a life that actually feels good to live. I hope you had a chance to see the last couple videos, guys, because I talked about protecting your focus, and I also talked about managing digital transitions, which is what our world is today. But what happens when you've already hit, I guess you could say, hit that dead end, hit that wall? Like when your brain feels like oatmeal or cream of wheat, whatever you want to call it, and your motivation is just not anywhere in the building. It's left. Guys, that's burnout. You know that, right? And today I'm hoping to help you reboot your system. You ready? Let's go. Step number 1. Guys, you have to admit that you're fried. Your brain's just fried. Okay? You have to admit that. Too many people don't. You can't fix what you won't face. I know you've heard that in anything in life. Burnout often hides like behind phrases. I'm sure you've heard these. I'm just busy. Or, you know what? I'm going to rest after I'm done this project. That's like saying you're going to fix the flat tire after you finish the race. Come on. Seriously. All right, guys, like I said, step 1, you have to admit you're running on fumes. A lot of us, that happens a lot. It's not a weakness, you guys. It's what I call maintenance. Step number 2, there's like a 3-step reboot routine that you can do that, I think if you follow these steps, you'll be surprised how well it helps you. You can maybe think of it as like sort of a mini system reset. Here it is. Pause. Breathe. Move. Pause for 60 seconds. That's it. Eyes closed. No music. Just absolute silence. That's the first one. Second one, I said breathe, right? Breathe in for maybe 4 or 5 and out for 5 or 7. The longer you exhale, that signals your brain to relax. Did you know that? And move your body, guys. Motion is lotion. You got to keep moving. You got to stretch. You got to walk. You got to shake your hands. You got to do something that helps you get oxygen back into circulation. And it's harder to do as you get older. Basically you're just sort of turning your brain off and on again, like a reboot there. But without the IT department, walking you through it or judging you on how you do it. And then step number 3, the enough list. I like this one. Forget that to-do list for just a second, my friend. Make a list that says enough. 3 things that, if done, make today stressful. Write them out. Maybe it's, I don't know, answering one email. Maybe it's cooking dinner or just, I don't know, maybe it's not crying during a Zoom call or a meeting. Every small win, listen guys, every small win tells your brain you're okay. And those micro victories, those small victories, they rebuild confidence faster than overworking ever could. Really. All right, step number 4, guys. What about digital detox moments? These are hard today. I'm not good at it. I'm trying. And again, I'm not saying throw your phone into the ocean or throw it out the window or whatever. And I'm sure some days you're probably going to be tempted to do that. We've all been there. I mean, just create some sort of a short detox pocket. Let's call it that. Maybe 10 minutes where you just do something analog. Maybe you draw a doodle. Maybe you stretch. Maybe you go for a walk outside. And maybe you just, stand there and look up at the clouds and stare at them. These breaks, they're not wasted times, friends. They're not. They're your brain's defrag moments. That's a good word. Think about think of it as maybe deleting your emotional spam folder. That's pretty funny. All right, let's keep going. Step number 5, feed your brain the right way. Right? Burnout, if you think about burnout thrives on 2 things. Start with the letter C. Caffeine, chaos. But your brain loves steady fuel. It loves hydration. It loves proteins. It also loves those healthy fats. So do me a favor, guys. Eat real food. Tough time of year with Halloween coming, right? Sleep more than 5 hours. And if that sounds boring, remember, burnout is way more boring than that. Your friends, listen, my friends, you can't outwork a brain that's underfed. Does that make sense? And you have number 6, add laughter and a novelty. Laughter isn't just a luxury. It's a biological reset button. Right? Send me a comment, send me a joke. We'll love to laugh. Watch a funny video. Call a friend, who I'm sure you've all got one of those friends that just crack you up every time you talk to them. Or maybe just scroll some memes on purpose for maybe 5 minutes, and that's going to get you to laugh and smile. And hey guys, I'm giving you permission, to laugh at something stupid. Come on. Who hasn't done that? That's okay. And novelty works too. Try a new routine. Try a new route to work, maybe cook something weird, listen to some different types of music that you've never heard before. I don't know, those are just a couple examples, right? But every bit of those new, those new reboots, stale brain circuits and reawakens curiosity. I really believe that. And then step number 7, guys, you got to protect your rebuild. You really have to protect your rebuild. Okay, when you start to feel better, okay, I promise you there's going to be temptation, and that's going to go to full throttle again, right? It really is. But don't do it. Think of maybe burnout like an injury. You wouldn't run a marathon, right after, right after healing up a knee injury or some sort of a sprain, right? You got to keep your schedule lighter. Find a way to make it efficient, and then you add the boundaries and learn how to say no before your brain screams, "Help!" All right, guys. I think you just need to protect your peace like it's the last slice of pizza. I had 3 brothers and a sister, so Anyways, because it kind of is like that. You got to protect it. All right, Mark. Well, why does this matter? Why, Mark, do you think this is important? Well, guys, you got to understand that burnout steals your spark. It really does. But recovery really gives it back to you. And when it gives it back to you, it comes back stronger. It does. It teaches you to value rest, manage your energy, and to redefine success as sustainable. My friends, the goal isn't to work less. It's to live. It's to live. All right, my friends, if this hits home, take it as your maybe sign to reboot. Not just your mind, but maybe your habits too. Right? And do me a favor, drop a comment. I appreciate when you do that. And maybe let me know one thing that you'll do today to maybe recharge. And of course, guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe to keep your momentum going. And as always, I ask, please, Lord, let them see some things so they can share it with a friend. maybe somebody who's maybe burning out quietly. There's people that need help. And remember, guys, it's not about starting over. It's about starting fresh. So do me a favor. Number 1, keep recharging. Number 2, keep refocusing. And as always, number 3, keep hitting the mark today.